at my house, I should be suing them.
A faulty defense is no fix for this couple. Personal care assistant Melvana Joyce and her fiance Abdulla Mitchell are suing their auto repairman for taking their money and vehicle without doing any work. Defendant Calvin Holland says they wouldn't pick up their car. Now, here's Judge Joe Brown.
The plaintiffs are suing the defendant. They allege that they delivered their motor vehicle to the defendant, who was to make repairs on the vehicle. They claim that months later their vehicle is still sitting in a condition of disrepair at the defendant's place of business. Now, how do you come to bring your vehicle to the defendant?
Okay, we took it to him because my doula here, my friend, he suggested that we took the car to Calvin here.
Did you do that, sir?
Yes, I did.
Why did you do that, sir?
Because I knew him, and he has done previous work to my car. And the car that he has now, which is my fiance's car, he put the engine in the car.
All right, so you take it to him?
Yes, sir.
Now, when you take the vehicle to him, did you have any understanding that you reached with him as to how much it was going to cost?
Okay, well, when we first took the vehicle to him, he was just going to do like a tune-up to it, and we had the parts already, and we gave him the money for the labor.
What sort of vehicle are we discussing?
My Camry.
What year?
92.
All right, now parts, what are you referring to?
It was just tune-up parts. It was just like $80 worth of material that we needed.
Spark plugs.
That was the first problem there.
Modules and such like.
Yes, sir.
All right, you leave it with him, right?
Yes.
Do you get the vehicle tuned up, or do you know?
Well, doula here, he took the car to him.
When did you take the car to him?
I took it to him on Valentine's Day, which was on a Wednesday.
Have you gotten the vehicle back yet?
No.
All right. Did you receive any further requests from the defendant relative to parts at any time?
Yes.
Approximately how long after you left the vehicle with him was that you received a request for additional parts?
A week later.
Did you get the vehicle back after that?
No.
Obviously, because you still don't have it. Did you get approached again?
Yes, sir.
For the same kind of thing?
No, he found another problem wrong with the car.
Which was what?
It was leaking oil from one of the 3 seals that's in the engine.
Yes. And did you have a request delivered to either or both of you to procure parts?
Yes.
By tender of cash to get the parts?
Yes.
To get a further request for labor cost?
Yes.
Was the vehicle returned to you after that? No, because you still haven't got it. Did you get any more requests for additional monies to procure parts and for labor?
Yes.
Time number 3. Did you tender him the money for the parts and the labor?
Yes.
Did you get your vehicle back? No, obviously not. You still have not had the vehicle returned. Now, you have tendered to him $775.
Yes.
The car, you claim, and you assert as a value, is $1,200.
Yes.
So right now, I've got $1,975. Now, that's the vehicle, okay? Now, let's go to the defendant. Your turn.
How you doing, Judge?
All right, sir.
They brought me the car to check it out,
Yes, sir.
and it did have an oil leak.
Yes.
I went to his job, which is at IHOP, and explained to him everything that he was going to need. And he told me that they was in the process of getting ready to move, which would be in April. And he said that they didn't have the money right then to purchase a motor because they just had a newborn. And he'll come and move the car, and they haven't moved it since. And the pictures I have here showing the little pile up of dirt that's under the car from the time it's been sitting there, showing that the plate says
does that help you?
They supposed to have came and got the car because he didn't have the money to fix it. It's not on my property.
No. You've had $775 tendered to you for parts and labor. What do you suppose that's supposed to be for?
They didn't give me no money for no
Show
parts.
me your receipts for the parts.
I don't have no receipt.
Well, if you put parts into the
I didn't do
vehicle,
my
excuse
job.
me, you can list your occupation auto repair. If you let this vehicle sit there and you haven't put any parts in it, then you just wasted their time. If you have parts that you acquired to put in the vehicle and the reason it's sitting there because you have not been compensated for that or your labor, then produce the receipts for the parts.
Well, Your Honor, he asked me to find out what was wrong with the car. And when I went to his job and let him know what the problem was, He never gave me money or nothing for parts. So how could I produce receipts if I have no funds to buy parts?
The car was drivable. It got
It's
driven
still
to
drivable.
your place. It's been sitting there.
It's
Now, why do you
drivable.
suppose it's still sitting there? Because let's put it this way: they haven't paid you.
No, I haven't received money for this.
Well, in other words,
I
are you
haven't done
holding the
nothing to
vehicle
receive money.
upon payment of the necessary
I'm not
monies?
The vehicle is sitting on
Well,
the
if it's sitting there, are you holding it against
I'm
their
not
will
holding it.
until they
They
pay
can
you
come get it
what they
anytime
claim
they get
is
ready.
due?
They can come move the car anytime they get ready. I no longer live at the address.
So is it still sitting where
It's
you
still
used to
sit-
live?
right, on
So
the
you
street.
just abandoned it
Where
after they delivered it
where
to your
they'll
custody
park, where
court?
they parked the car.
No, they gave you the keys.
Yeah, but they
So
parked.
you were supposed to at least check it out to see what's wrong with it.
That's what I
That's
done.
a bailment. So you abandoned the personal
No, I checked
property
the
of
car
the
to find
plaintiff
out what was wrong
at this
with it.
location you no longer have any connection with.
Well, Your Honor, like I said,
And what do you do, by the way, to earn a living?
well,
I'm
I do that on the
confused.
side. I work for CCU Fashion, which is consulting.
Excuse me, you work for your wife's clothing
Yes,
business. you
it's
say.
our business.
And you also claim to be a minister.
No, I don't claim to be one.
That's what you gave us the information.
well,
You
see, I
claim
don't
to
claim
be one.
That's what I am. I don't claim.
You're
to
not
be one.
acting like it, sir.
We'll be right back with Judge Joe Brown.
Calvin came to me and told me that he had a problem. I dropped him off in Norfolk to rehab for 2 weeks.
And later today,
He pays $500 a month.
Well,
This
what do you
man
pay?
here, this
What
man
did
here.
you pay?
Being a mother.
All right, give me a moment. I'm going to fast forward to the rest of the show. You know what I'm saying? Real breezy. Hope y'all enjoy. You know what I'm saying? Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Focus. All right.
we're back with Judge Joe Brown. The defendant in this case says the plaintiff wanted him to check out a troubling sound coming from their car's engine. He says when he told him it needed a new one, they abandoned it on his property. Let's take a look.
You weren't at home during a lot of this period of time, were you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, because I don't do work there.
Oh, but you
I
were.
does it mobile.
Okay, but you do it mobile?
Yes, I travel.
I
I go
thought
to
you
different
were
places.
sort of becoming commensurate with your inner self for a time now.
Excuse me?
Was there a little period of time in here where you had an alternative place of residence?
No.
You weren't in a rehab program?
No, sir. I was never in a rehab. I have no reason for rehab.
Crack will do that to
Well,
you.
I never smoked crack.
You know, it's interesting, your relatives advised when these two young folk were trying to find you for a while that you were in a rehab
I've never
program
been in a
as a result
rehab,
of
Your
crack abuse.
I've never been in a rehab.
You haven't?
May I say something?
Go ahead.
Please? Okay. First of all, how can we not afford another motor when before we bought the car, the guy that I bought the car from said you was the one that put in the motor. And then you came to our job numerous times saying the car need this or the car need that. We gave you the
Oh,
money.
he's denying that he's seen you.
Of course.
He's
Of course.
denying that he got anything
I
from you.
simply said that I went to his job, which they both work at the same
The
place.
first 3 weeks he had the car, Judge Joe Brown.
All right, now, did you go, in fact, make efforts to find out what was going on?
Every day I call, he has both of my cell phone numbers
Now,
and my
did you
fiance's phone
go
number.
to this place and
Yes.
discuss anything with his relatives?
I
Every
have.
day.
Were you advised as to why he was not present on the premises?
After he disappeared for, I believe, a week and a half to 2 weeks, I started stopping by his wife's store. At first, she told me she don't have any affairs with what he do, which is his mechanic work, so therefore she didn't want to get in the middle of it. So she told me up front that I'm closer to having my car getting fixed now than I was then. So I'm looking at her like, what do you mean? She tells me, Calvin came to me and told me that he had a problem. I dropped him off in Norfolk to rehab for 2 weeks. So I asked her, can you let Calvin know I'm in school? I have no way in getting back and forth to school.